Welcome learners on SWAM portal. I am Tamim working as an assistant professor in Department of Computer Engineering of Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. This is the module number 12 of the week 3. In this module, we are going to discuss about Gradebook Software, concept and educational purpose. The objective of this discussion is to introduce the Gradebook and familiarize the audience to use it in the day-to-day activity of educational system. After completing this module, you will be able to understand the concepts of managing gradebooks and you would realize its benefits. Different available tools and software will be introduced to you and you can comfortably adopt any software to configure and manage your own gradebook for your class. According to the Oxford Living Dictionary, Gradebook is defined as the book in which marks of a student's work are recorded. I would like to further extend this definition as, with the help of available tools, the Gradebook is now more than just a way to record the student's grade. It allows you to record data and perform many calculations, computations, and analytics. It calculates grades, monitors and displays the performance of the class as a whole for a student individually as well. It can generate reports to communicate information to different stakeholders like parents, administrators, and others. Learning and assessment is a part and parcel of an educational system. Enabling Gradebook correctly reduces day-to-day workload of a teacher and provides the way to focus on progress. Gradebook provides a number of information reports automatically. An automatic error-free report may be of any form that can give better insight about the progress of the student. This could be in a form of graphs, charts, or periodic alerts or reminders. All these are easily accessible and available on just a click. It ensures uniformity and regularity among the schedule and the students. Further, it imposes accountability. This accountability is two-way, means student and teachers both are accountable. If a particular teacher is not following the schedule, this would reflect. Moreover, the student's absence would also highlight. It keeps things transparent and available in real time to all the stakeholders. Now, let's have a look at the Bloom's taxonomy of learning and see how gradebooks can help in achieving higher level of learning. Bloom's taxonomy has described the levels of learning and categorized them in different levels as shown in figure. The levels are remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create at the top. Bloom's taxonomy was created in 1956 under the leadership of educational psychologist Dr. Benjamin Bloom in order to promote higher level form of thinking in education, such as analyzing and evaluating concepts, processes, procedures, and principles rather than just remembering facts. Remembering is considered to be at the lowest level and creating at the highest level of learning. Now the question is, why to use Bloom's taxonomy? Many educators and researchers suggested multi-layer answer to this question as objectives or learning goal are important to establish so that the participants of learning process alike understand the process of interchange. Organizing objective helps to clarify objectives for themselves and for students as well. Having an organized set of objectives helps teacher to plan and deliver appropriate instruction, design valid assessment tasks and strategies, and ensures the instructions and assessment are aligned with the objectives. Your gradebook may have many components like quizzes, assignments, tests, responses, attendance, or participations, and there are many others. You can map these components or the sections of these components to the different level and can observe the learning. This observation and insight about the learning would give you the idea for appropriate corrective measures and action in the right direction at the right time. Gradebook is just organizing the record in a form of a table consisting of rows and columns, each row in the record corresponding to a student. You can list down all the students in a row by their roll number or by name or by both in sequence order. Each column of the table is actually a record of obtained marks of particular components of the assessment. As discussed, these components may either be a quiz or an assignment or any other. The teacher's task is to just record the performance of each of the student in the column. These assessments column could be of different weight. That is, it is not essential to have all the components of equal weight. These columns of assessments are on either weekly basis or on semester basis that can be defined in the beginning. By keeping all these records of the component of assessment for each of the student, you would realize that it is also a self-defender for a teacher. Once you enter the record in the gradebook, your task is over. Rest calculation computation is the responsibility of the software to do and produce the reports. There is a long list of available software for this purpose. Some are free and open source and many are paid versions. Many paid gradebook software gives free trial versions for short duration of time. Some common gradebook software includes GradeKeeper, Goalbook, Proudmark, FreshGrade, Markboard, Mastery Connect, Kazina, LearnBoost, ThinkWave, JumpRope, InGrade, Jupyter. Apart from these dedicated gradebook tools or software, the gradebook also comes as integrated component of a LMS. LMS stands for Learning Management System, where all such essential features and components of a gradebook is available. You can consider the gradebook as the subset of LMS software. A learning management system is a software application for the administration, documentation, tracking, reporting, and delivery of educational courses or training programs or learning and development programs. Typically, a learning management system provides an instructor with a way to create and deliver content, monitor students' participation, and assess students' performance. A learning management system may also provide students with the ability to use an interactive feature such as threaded discussions, video conferencing, and discussion forums. SWAM is an example of this. Similar to the gradebook software, the LMS is having longer list of available software. Some are open source and some are proprietary. The few among the open source are Etutor, Canvas, Moodle, WebWork, Cloud. There are so many other cloud-based LMS systems, LMS like the Cloud SS, Google Classroom, Growth Engineering, It's Learning. There are many other that are proprietary and you are supposed to pay to use them like Blackboard Learning System, eCollege, InGrade, Global Scholar, Joomla LMS, SAP, Skillsoft. In the next activity part of the module, we would see how we can create a gradebook. In the first activity, we would see to configure it on a dedicated gradebook software. Then we would see how a gradebook is integrated and available with a LMS. Then in the third activity, we would see how we can create it at our own in a spreadsheet sheet from the scratch.
This is activity number 1. In this activity, we would see how we can configure and record the grades for the students in a dedicated software. The screen visible to you is the screen of our dedicated gradebook software named as GradeKeeper. In the left top corner, you can see the names of the school. We can change it. We can also specify the name of the subject. We can mention the name of the teacher as well. After mentioning it, we can go to the Gradebook tab and we can go to the Gradebook option. The new window will appear to you. In this particular new window, there would be many tabs. In the school year, we can configure the quarters or we can mention the semesters. In the category, we can specify the components of the assessment, like the test and homework is already mentioned. We can add another with whatever we want, like I am adding quiz. For the simplicity, we are taking the weights for each of the category or the component of assessment as 100. In the another tab, grading, we can specify the percent. For the sake of simplicity, we are choosing it the nearest whole percentage. In the next tab, letter grades are there, A plus, A minus, B plus, B, and so on. So you can change it accordingly. Scores are also mentioned. Sometimes a student may be excused or he or she may be an absent. In the attendance tab, different absent and excuse or tardy option are also given, and you can choose the code for these different categories under the absentees. Now after configuring and placing all the options for your gradebook, we need to mention the name of all the students. In the first column, I am choosing the name for each of the student. I am taking student 1, student 2, student 3. Now in the first column, after the name of the students, we need to mention the assignment. First we need to click it. As soon as we would click it, there would be number of options available to us. The assignment, we need to name this particular assignment. I am taking it as the assignment 1. The category, you can choose whatever you have set, like the homework, the points are 100. For another assignment, we can name it assignment 2. Category, we can choose it as test, marks or points 100. For another assessment, we can mention the date. We can specify the name of this particular assignment. We can choose it like quiz, marks, and points are 100. Now our task is to, once it is done, our task is to mention all the marks of each of the student in different assessment components. Like for the first assignment 1, we are placing the marks for the students, all the students. Like for student 1, the marks obtained was 45. For another student, it is 35. For another, it is 89. And the assignment 2, we also need to mention the marks or record the marks. We can specify accordingly. So we can see how the grades are automatically changing, means the percentage are available to us, how it is changing automatically. We need not to bother about it. This would calculate automatically by the software. Now moving to the reports tab, and in the reports tab we can move to the attendance part, and for a particular student, he or she may be absent on a particular date. For some another student on a particular date, he may be excused, so we need to mention it. For another student on some particular date, he may be tardy, so we need to mention all these. So after doing so, we can go to the reports tab, and we can generate so many reports like the class grade. You can see in this way, the class summary, attendance summary, student scores, student summary, student attendance. So you can see how it is easy and how how easily we can manage it and how we can generate so many number of reports on just a click.
So this was the activity on a gradebook dedicated software, Gradekeeper. Similarly, similar kind of software are also available. The list is very large. There are so many available. You can choose any one and you can configure your report card and the gradebook on that particular software and make things easier for you. Similarly, similar to this particular activity, you can also do it on the LMS, and the LMS, almost all the LMS provides the way to organize the gradebooks. They gives this feature as an inbuilt packages, and it is there available on each of the LMS softwares.
This is activity number 2. In this activity, we would see how the gradebooks are inbuilt in learning management system. This is the home screen after login, and this is the Moodle open source software or learning management system software. After login, my home page is visible to me. The course I am taking is mentioned over here. After clicking it, I can see the different components. I can add a component or the assessment component or add an activity, and there are possible activities you can add. The lists are available. It could be an assignment, an attendance, or a lesson, or a quiz, a survey, or a workshop. You can add an activity. So there is already mentioned activity quiz in which the student appeared in this quiz. For each of the student, this particular LMS generated the report. So I need to go to the grades option. In the left side ribbon, the grades option is available. In this particular grades, we can reach to the quiz, and I can see the performance of the class for each of the student who appeared in this particular test. The marks is available, and we can see which particular question got corrected for a particular student, which got wrong, and how many he and she scored. The analysis is also available in a bar graph form, where the frequency of a student for in a particular range is mentioned. Means like 8 to 8.5, there were 19 participants who scored this much. So these gradebooks are available with the LMS. So for each of the student, you can also observe his performance in progress by clicking it. Although there is only one activity, so it is mentioning and displaying only one activity score. If there are 100 of the activity, you can see each of the activity and the corresponding performance. You can observe it, you can see the details. So this was all about the inbuilt feature of Gradebook in LMS. You can also see which particular question got corrected and which one got wrong for a particular student. You can have insight, you can do counseling on the basis of the performance, you can ask for the progress, you can put effort in the right direction by observing these all analysis.
Now in the next activity, we would be seeing how we can generate a gradebook or create and configure a gradebook on a spreadsheet without any dedicated software. We would see in the next activity.
This is activity number 3. In this activity, we will generate a gradebook in a spreadsheet without using any dedicated software for grade sheet. This is the Microsoft's Excel spreadsheet. You can use any other open source spreadsheet as well. The working would remain same. In this particular spreadsheet, I am going to insert a table. In this table, I am going to record the grades or the marks of each of the student in different component of the assessment. So in the column 1, the names are expected. So name, The column 2 we would generate the grades. The next we would mention the total marks. Let's say this column is for assignment 1 score. The next column is for assignment 2. So I need to mention the name of each of the students. Student 1, student 2, student 3. So let's assume the student got 19 assignment 1. He or she got 75 in assignment 2. Another student got 75 in assignment 1 and 65 in assignment 2. Another student got 45 in assignment 1 and 55 in assignment 2. I need to calculate the sum over here in this particular cell. So I would select this cell, hit the equal to key. I'm looking to add, so I would use sum formula, braces, to whom I need to add these two cells. Select these two cells, drag it, come back here, close the braces, just hit the tab. So total is available to me. Now I need to calculate the percentage or the average. If the two assignments are of equal weightage, I can simply calculate the average for the percentage. So for the sake of simplicity, I am taking average here. Average of these two cells, come back, close the braces, hit tab. So now total is available, percentage is available. So looking for the grade, let's say the marking policy or grading policy is such that A for all those who got more than 80, B for more than 70, C for more than 40. So now here I am going to assign a letter grade for each of the student. For this I would be writing another formula here, like equal to if the value in this particular cell is greater than equal to 80, then assign letter A here, and for rest assign X. Just for the sake of completion, just understand the simple case where A and X are the grades only. So it would assign A for all those who got more than 80 and X for all those who are not having more than 80. Now I am going to change this formula accordingly, means I need to put another formula here in the case where the marks is not more than 80 or not more than equal to 80. So I would place another formula if this particular cell is having value greater than equal to 70, then in that case place B, and for all rest place C. So you can see how the grades letter are assigned automatically. Let's assume I'm going to enter a new student, another student, student 4, and for this particular student, this student got 70 in the assignment 1 and 65 in the assignment 2. You can see how easily the total, average and grade is available to us.
Thank you for patient listening. Thank you very much.